Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to NASCAR 2004. It's time for the Samsung Radio Shack 500 from Texas Motor Speedway. Going to be a lot of fun right there. Though unfortunately it's the only race at Texas each year. But got the Aaron's 499, the Virginia 500. So short track racing, super speedway, and arguably the best and most fun racetrack on this entire game, Texas. So anyways, we were 10 points out from Ryan Newman, the Rocket Man's points lead, and now we're, well, 90 points behind extra because we had a terrible run at the Bristol Food City race, so that sucks. Anyways, moving forward, though, we want to go win this Texas race, dang it, I want to go win it, so we're going to have to just go out there and just earn it. So let's check out what's going on in the garage here. Of course, if you haven't known already, we're going to be doing only 3 episodes each week. So I just want to make sure everyone knows that for 2022. We'll be doing one on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check this out. Chassis number 1687 tire wear. That is going to be one whale of a good piece right there. And what the biff? Hold up. Oh, this chassis is already using your latest technology. I'm an idiot. Let's go ahead and overhaul this piece right there. Just want to make sure our pieces are always up to date. And that's supposed to be our new short track engine. Wait, what the biff? Why is our short track engine 72 power? We built a brand new one. Why is this thing even worse? What gives? This is a bunch of crap here, yo. Tell you what. I wonder if we could switch this thing over to a short track engine. Here's my theory. We need a new short track engine. So my theory is this. What if we take our secondary super speedway or speedway engine, we shift it to a short track one, right? And then once that is converted to a short track piece, which we're going to go ahead and sell this one, we're going to build a brand new one for speedways. How about that? So we're going to jack this thing up, 377. I want a Billy Bad engine. There we go. So that's what I'm thinking. Because what's cool about this game is that your parts and your pieces are only as good as your employees to your race team. So they're probably unhappy because we're always repairing stuff. But that's why we win so much, because we always work on parts. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get this other short track piece fixed up. I just want to get it fixed up, ready to go. We'll probably have to run the Speedway engine a time or two to cover the distance. But about Pepsi 400 weekend, we should have a brand new short track engine. Hopefully, it'll be ready to go. So anyways, let's go and get our car ready for Texas Motor Speedway. Look, we need to win this race. Just put Bristol in the rear view mirror. Just go out there and earn it. We're going to have a Speedway bullet. Car rating of 82. Let's go to the Yeehaw State. Alrighty, folks, so we qualified 9th for the Samsung Radio Shack 500. The front row, upset alert. It's going to be 2 cars you would never expect to be on pole. So without further ado, let's go trackside.
Welcome to Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth, Texas, and today's NASCAR Winston Cup race, the Samsung Radio Shack 500. What's in store for these drivers today?
Texas is a D-oval, which is similar to Lowe's in Atlanta. It can be very tricky to drive, though, because it has a very narrow groove. These guys will have to be patient and plan their passes perfectly if they want a shot at victory lane.
The 82 car has had a couple of incidents on the racetrack with the 16 car.
Every driver in NASCAR Winston Cup has had a bit of trouble on the racetrack at one time or another. As long as they keep their composure, everything should work out okay.
Jason Kennedy is having some trouble in the points this year.
Yeah, those guys have been working so hard this year. It's a shame it really doesn't show in the points. Just seems they can't keep that car out of trouble on race day. Maybe their luck will change today.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Alrighty, folks, here we go. Lone Star Race. So we got Andy Armstrong in the Wood Brothers Ford, and you got, what is it, Sam Smith in the 57. So, Two cats that qualify really well but do not run well come race day most of the time. But you know what? We could see a surprise winner today. We could see a first-time winner here in the Winston Cup circuit. Ford has yet to win a race this year. Same with the Mopar camp. Chevrolet has won everything this season. Could we see a change of pace here at Texas? 33 laps here. Green flag action underway. Let me tell you, man, this thing was on rails in qualifying. Holy cow. I mean, this thing was so fast. I had to lift so much on corner exit because this thing was just hauling the mail through the middle of the corner. And one thing I love so much about this game, guys, is that it's fun to play. The newer NASCAR games feel like a chore, but the older NASCAR games are just so much fun, right? And if you are new to this game, you've never played it, and you can only pick up and play one track, this is the track I would recommend. Not because I'm a Texan or nothing, but just in terms of how much fun it is to race, Texas is the #1 most fun track on this entire game. It's easy, it's fun, the AI makes it challenging. This is the best track on the game. I honestly believe that. So anyways, Tony Stewart takes the point here, looking to go back-to-back after winning at Bristol, and now you can see the front row is barely inside the top 10. Oh, God, that car does a dead slide on corner exit. Look, it is way too early to be taking 2 to 3 wide risks right now. High percentage jump shots, that's what I'm looking for, you guys. There we go. Run the bottom, be a flounder underneath the 57. That's a completed pass. Momentum, Elliott Sadler right ahead of us. So yeah, he wants to make that move there. I'm gonna give him some time. I'm not willing to put the car in a bad spot right now. Now we can go for that pass. 3 wide down the back straightaway here at Texas. We should be able to clear both of them here. There we go. So now we're up to 7th. Believe it or not, Stewart's not the the points leader. It's Ryan Newman. So Newman is the driver everyone is trying to benchmark. But how about Michael Waltrip? The DEI secondary car is running up here in the top 5 and 6. Great run for that Napa team. And Dale Jr., could he finally kind of turn his season around a little bit? He's been kind of a bridesmaid thus far. And then the Daytona 500 champion, Bobby Labonte, the huge win earlier in February. Underneath the 18 here. Come on now, come on. There we go. Oh, he tried to go 3 wide there. Why would you go 3 wide? That would have been a bad mistake for all 3 of us. And Michael Waltrip's going to hold us down here. But we can turn a little bit sharper. Huge run. And now we're in the top 5. So your top 5 running order here. Stewart. Looks like Newman, Earnhardt, and Kurt Busch, then us. Say thank you to everyone who's watching right now. You folks rock. 33 laps here, fellas. Whoa, car got real loose there. Holy cow! They'll put chest on the hair right there. Holy cow! Scratch the fence right there. Yeah, I say a lot of random things. I get my words mixed up. It's all good though. Got Kurt Busch right here, 97 car. Trying to block us pretty well. I don't want to make any contact with the 97 here. I don't want to take a chance damaging the car because unlike a lot of the newer NASCAR games, aerodynamics actually mean so much on Thunder, on the Thunder games. Because if you damage your right side of your car, it's going to be so much more tighter. If you damage the nose of your car or your spoiler, your car will be significantly slower. So it's so important to keep your car with a bullet shape, so to speak. Huge run. We're going to force Kurt Busch to get out of our way now. Oh, can we hold the bottom? Kurt Busch still on the outside. We got an engine failure down there. And, oh, it's going to be David Green, the Miller Lite Ford, or excuse me, Dodge. It's going to be dropping out. Earnhardt's gaining on the 2nd place car. We're going to have a 3-way battle for the win coming up pretty soon, but then you still have the pit sequence. And if you have a pit penalty here or a bad pit stop, really could take you out of contention pretty quickly. Because this race generally goes green flag throughout the whole event. Cars washing up the corner. We had to lift big time there. That's what the car did in qualifying. Just turn 2 exit. I mean, this thing was just really hot stepping. Right front starting to wear, but this track is so much fun to race at. It really is. You don't have to be that good to be competitive here. The cars carry so much speed, 200 miles per hour. The AI actually is competitive. It's just a great experience. So now we're catching the Budweiser Chevy here. Tony Stewart trying to lock up the most laps led bonus. And then Ryan Newman right there at second. I'm not sure if the 12 has led a lap yet. We're going to have a whale of a run here. Let's check to see if the 12 car has led a lap, just so we know where we're at. He has not. So right now, Tony Stewart's led 10 laps. If we catch him quick enough, we could still get the most laps led. So let's try to get around the 20 car here cleanly as possible. Oh, he's going to throw a block there. We have to turn down. Pretty sharp car is going to get loose. Side by side, door handle to door handle. And that should be a completed pass for the lead. He's going to try the crossover. Clear, all clear, and there we go. So Stewart's led 10 laps, meaning we need to lead at least 10 laps, and we will have tied or taken the maximum point stay opportunity. Pit stops will be coming up pretty soon. It's a 33-lap race. Cut it down the middle, lap 17, but we will see cars as early as lap 15 and 16, so get ready for that. We're halfway on fuel here. This car is a bullet around here, man. Holy cow. Really fast piece here. And we're really close to eclipsing Bobby Labonte for the race earnings. So if we can get past him, that's another sponsor objective. We can kind of chalk off the board, so to speak. And just look how loose the car gets on quarter exit, man. Holy cow. That's Eldora Kyle Larson-esque. And we're coming up to lap 15 here. Get ready for pit stops. Will we see one here? I mean, this thing is just flying around Texas, man. Holy cow. It feels like you're racing Auto Club or Michigan on fresh tires. That's how every lap feels. And right on cue, a little bit earlier than I expected. Lap 14 coming to lap 15. About a dozen cars are going to go down the pit strip here. Now for us, I'm going to prioritize laps led over track position here. If we pit early, you'll probably get 2 to 3 different guys that'll lead a lap apiece. I don't want that, considering we still have to lead 10 laps to get the extra bonus points. I'd rather stay out long here, lose a little bit of track position, but gain those laps led. Half the field's on pit road now, so we're going to give up a little bit. But as you can see, we've driven away from Stewart, Newman, and Earnhardt. So right now, let's try to lead as many laps as possible and add to that stockpile. 3.6 seconds over Tony Stewart, so if he was to pit right now, he would probably, after everything's all said and done, be about 2 seconds, maybe a 1.5 behind, or possibly right behind us. That's fine. Our car's faster than him. I'm okay with that, especially with clean air. Holy cow, man. I mean, this thing just drives on rails around Texas. It's just super fast. And for the newer fan out there, this is what old Texas used to be. This is before the reconfiguration in 2017, which by most fans' account ruined the racetrack, and I would agree it did. Even from the IndyCar side, Texas was one of the best tracks in North America in terms of speed, and that reconfiguration made it about as good as a parking lot. Going to lap 19 here. Everybody actually is pretty much pitted here. Only 2-3 cars on pit road. Stewart's 5.4 seconds back. Right front starting to wear. We're getting low on fuel. I'm going to probably, if I could stay out one more extra lap, I will. I need to get around this Pontiac real quick. There we go, 144 on the outside. Hold the car at the bottom, don't get loose. Okay, we have to pit this time. Fuel tank almost empty. That's the last call. So we're not going to be able to stay out an extra lap. We're going to have to pit now. And no speeding. There we go. No damage repair. No adjustments on the car. Car's handling really good. Knock on wood and hope and pray to God we get a good pit stop here, guys. How y'all doing out there? Make sure to give the video a huge thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, fellas. Come on, team. We need a good pit stop here, guys. Need a good pit stop. Now, we're going to lose a little bit of track position to the leaders. I would expect we'd probably be maybe 1 second ahead of them. And look, the guy, he literally slips twice 2 weeks in a row. Stupid. Just stupid. How did you slip on pit road? How? Alright. So we're coming up to, what, 14 laps to go. We're trying to get up to speed as quick as possible. And if everything goes well, we should retain the race lead. I believe Earnhardt's in second, and indeed he is. So Stewart's third. Earnhardt pitted earlier, so he did gain a little bit of track position. But the problem is, he ain't going to have the lead, though, just yet. All right, so now lap 21, we control our own destiny here. If we can continue to lead, we will lock up the most laps led bonus. And then I don't think Ryan Newman led during the pit sequence, so that would help everyone gain a little bit extra on your then points leader. More likely than not, though, he'll finish around top 5, maybe top 7. So any points gained will be very minimal, maybe 25 points, 30 points, give or take. But another thing is we've got to take care of the engine as well. We have nearly blown our engine here before at Texas. Redlining way too sharp in entering turn 1. So we have a lot of track position. Take care of the car. Got to mind your P's and Q's, so to speak. And don't push the equipment. That's the best way to go about it. Of course, the next race is going to be at Talladega Super Speedway. It's going to be a barn burner there, fellas. I mean, every time we go to Talladega in this game, there's always a caution during the pit sequence. And it jumbles up the field. You have guys who run out of gas. You have guys who stay out and run out of gas. You have guys who pit, take the lead. It's just anybody could win at Talladega. We've seen it time and time again. It's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. You're gonna want to tune in for that. Coming up next, we upload these every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. No longer on Saturday. 3 days a week. No longer 4. So we'll be doing that for 2022. Still gonna be doing the Thunder content though. If you're new to the series, we'll be doing probably 18, maybe 19 seasons of this stuff. We're already on what, season 10, season 9? I mean, it's crazy how many seasons we've done already. But we're about halfway through this whole career mode playthrough, give or take. I've had some people say like, oh, you should do 20 seasons. I was like, you know what? I would love to, but the reason why I always say 18 seasons or 19 seasons is I don't like when you play the game exactly how it's meant to be played. I like to do things a little bit different. So like, if I'm like, let's say hypothetically, I'm struggling in my career mode, and like we're not winning races, we're running terribly, and it's season 18. I should probably retire at season 18. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just prolong it to season 20 because that's the max amount of seasons you can run. I want to do it realistically and unique. And to give a little bit more to that, if and when I ever do a NASCAR 06 playthrough, which I really hope I can, I don't want to play the game exactly how it's intended, where you buy a wheel and modify team, you run that, you buy a truck series team, you buy a Busch and a Nextel team, and you have all 4 teams, and you win every single weekend because you have the best equipment. No, I like to role play in these games. I like to make it fun. I like to make it realistic, you know? I look at these NASCAR games more like a sandbox than let's just win the championship and then let's just retire. Car's getting pretty loose here in old tires. I don't look at it like that. I like to look at these games like a sandbox. You know, most people they just do a 3-season playthrough, retire, and that's it. No, I enjoy playing this game, right? So back to my 06 point. What I would do in that playthrough is we would be a developmental driver for one of the big Cup teams. So whether it's driving Dodges for Penske, driving Chevrolets for RCR, or driving Fords for Roush, or heck, maybe even Yates, and working our way up through the career ranks, you know, only driving Fords and whatnot, get to the Cup Series, and then, again, not playing the game like it's intended to be played. Now, in my point on this, in that game, the idea is that you would run, if you want to run Busch Series races and Cup Series races, you would run a full Busch Series and a full Nextel Series. I don't like doing that. It just doesn't feel realistic to me, even though some drivers have done that. What I would do is I would run a full Nextel Series, and then I would run a handful of races on my Busch Series contract. Even though the contracts for all 30-something races, I would handpick at the start of the season maybe 6 or 7 of them. Okay, I want to run the Bristol Busch Series race, Watkins Glen, Daytona February, etc. That's how I'd play the game. I like to do things different. I like to do it realistically and not play the game exactly how it's meant to be played. That's just how I like to do these games. It's more fun that way. I always prefer to do things more realistic and more of a simulation based. So anyways, Tony Stewart, they're loading up the pit box 4 seconds out as long as we don't put this thing in a catch fence and Michael McDowell this thing in 1 and 2. We should be okay and to be able to win a huge race at Texas Motor Speedway, our Lone Star hometown track. I gotta say, this place is a really, really cool place to go to. Fort Worth is a fun town. Love hitting up the Gypsy tents. They got always some really cool diecasts there. And I will say, my food of choice of Fort Worth is definitely Chick-fil-A, Outback, and Buffalo Wild Wings. Believe it or not, I'll try to get this out for the end of the race. They have a Buffalo Wild Wings up there in Fort Worth, okay? On the wall in that place, it's a sports bar, right? Usually have jerseys and, photos of basketball players, football players, etc. They have a Kurt Busch 2010 Miller Lite hood. It's either Kurt Busch 2010 or Keselowski 11 or 12. I think it's Kurt Busch 2010. They have his Miller Lite hood on the wall. Oh my God, that thing is beautiful. It is beautiful. Look, Mike Bliss, take a hike, bro. It's the end of the race. I'll cut him a break. But here we go. Buffet Racing South look to win again here in 2011. And what better place to do it than Texas Motor Speedway? Buffet Racing South gets it done. Domination. That's what we needed, fellas. What better way to get the monkey off our back, so to speak, from Bristol, than to go to our pretty much one of our favorite tracks and just dominate? Why not? Burn it down. I would love to have a 1/24 scale diecast of this. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It'd be so cool to have a 1/64 for every race win we've done, especially the crown jewel events. The 500s, obviously. The Coke 600, yes. Southern 500s, why not? The Brickyard, yes. Championship cars, absolutely. I would love to have 1/64 scale diecast of it. And believe it or not, I actually have 2. I have our 06 500 win. I have our Sonoma 2004 win. I have 2 diecasts of that I made. Obviously, I didn't make the templates for it. I had one of my friends hook me up. But yeah, it's really cool. And that's another thing. No one's ever even really... I've never seen anyone try to replicate their Thunder Career Mode cars on a diecast. I've seen people do it for the Heat games. The new era of Heat games. I don't want to blow up this engine too bad, but I mean, why not? This place is so cool, though. Like, this track is gigantic. Look, I've seen the Cowboy Stadium up there in Fort Worth. You think that place is big? You think that giant stadium is big? It is not even in the same ballpark as Texas Motor Speedway. I mean, you would think this is a gargantuan airport. That's how freaking big this track is. There we go. Burn it down. Well, that's another win for Buffet Racing South. Talladega's next, so who knows how that one's going to shake out. But, I mean, domination. I mean, we qualified, 9th? We went out there, we took it from Earnhardt, we took it from Stewart. And I just think we just kind of went for the throat shot. We just went for it. We led the most laps, maximum point stay. Hopefully we at least gain 25 to 30 points on Ryan Newman, who's, the points leader entering today. It might be Tony Stewart now. But yeah, great day for the team. That's what we needed. We should be close to eclipsing Bobby Labonte's race winnings for the season, which is another sponsor objective. Look at that trophy, man. I mean, how cool is that? That is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful trophy right there, fellas. Beautiful stuff. Awesome. I think that's like, what, our 3rd or 4th win here at Texas, which is always good. So let's check this out, fellas. So, domination, 22 laps led out of 33. Maximum point stay here. Rocket Man Ryan Newman on cue. Top 5 effort. Gonna be, what? Oh my goodness. Let's see, 25 points gained, so right on the money. That's okay. Me and Tony Stewart, the only cats who led anything today. Top 10 results. Harvick's going to round him out. Waltrip just outside of it. Burton does not follow up back-to-back top 5s from Bristol. Your points, not points, but your pole sitter, Andy Armstrong, mired back in 17th in the 57 car, I think took a hike. Oh yeah, he did. He put everything into qualifying, and as soon as they got to race trim, that thing wasn't no good. David Green blew up as well. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Upload these every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the new schedule, guys. Make sure to tune in. I would greatly appreciate it. If the next time you want to get NASCAR Diecast and you want to get free shipping, make sure to check out my promo code, Diecastbuffet at Circle B Diecast and Plan B Sales. Any orders $20 or more, make sure to check it out, guys. It does help out the channel. The code is the same as the YouTube channel, no space in between. Free shipping the next time you want to pre-order something, hats, t-shirts, diecast, literally anything on their website, it works for you. Have a great one, everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe. And what a wild, wild race out there at Texas. Diecast Buffet, signing off.